but only one of your players has played there, Gio. So what will you tell these guys about playing on this kind of flat platform?
You got to educate them on everything. The world's most famous arena. But no, I just think, it's part of the excitement, like an exciting opportunity. We talked about it earlier, before the season, the different opportunities that we get this year to go to Toronto, go to some different places. But, playing a storied program that we've never beaten and get to do it at the world's most famous arena. So there's always excitement when you go into New York and New York City in that arena. We'll talk about a little bit of the history of it, and then you got to get back to having a good practice to get prepared for it.
Now, obviously, this was on the calendar long before you guys have gone on this run this season, but what kind of boost will this give to recruiting and just the presence of Rutgers, you think, in this, tri-state area?
Every time we go into New York, it's exciting. We have a huge alumni base in the city. Whenever you bring Michigan to that name into the Garden and two really good teams, that I think is exciting. So I think it's a huge boost. I love it. I love our team to travel a little bit too. We don't get into the city enough, and we'll get a chance to see a little bit, get a little tour before we play. We're heading into tomorrow at some point in time, so it'd be nice to give them a little education.
I know technically it's a Michigan home game, but with your fans traveling, do you almost consider it a home game? Will you try to seize on that?
Yeah, I hope our fans show up loud. I know Michigan, huge following too, so we got to play well, stay focused on what we need to do to beat a good Michigan team. But hopefully our fans are excited. They've been great. They've been great here at home. Maybe we can make it, just like the RAC environment, and that would be exciting.
What do you remember about the atmosphere last time you were at the Garden for the tournament?
Yeah, it was great. Rutgers showed up loud and proud. It was a great environment. A lot of Rutgers people, a lot of red. And we played good basketball too against some really good teams. So we can continue that trend. That would be great.
You did some research, and I think you've outscored all but two teams this season points in the paint. Is that a philosophy general? Just try to establish the inside, and and what do you attribute your success?
First, you got to rebound. That's a huge part of getting points in the paint. But we got guys that can attack the rim. I think we have some real good shooters too. So I don't care how we get our points. I always think the most important thing is how the other team doesn't get points. So we'll try to focus on that. I think we got back to that against Purdue, being Rutgers basketball, not giving up points, not giving up points in transition. They're really good offensively. They got really good players. This team is 2 years removed from playing the national championship game, so the program has been awesome. Coach Howard, he's a really good coach, and they got really good players. So we got to defend.
Now, this is one of the first seasons for you at Rutgers where it seems like there's a little bit more at stake as you go down the stretch of the final month or so of the season. What's that like for the players, and how are you preparing them to handle that?
Yeah, we've had a lot of new firsts this year, but we've really done a good job. We were picked 12th in this league, and you guys have heard that ad nauseum. That's where we've been picked, and that's. So I don't know what the expectations were, but 12th is not where you want to be picked. And we got a lot to prove. We have 10 more league games left, and it's the best league in the country. And we're playing the number 3 ranked schedule in the nation, so the hardest schedule left. So we got one game in front of us. We've never beaten Michigan, so we've kind of really stuck to that philosophy, and our guys have done a pretty good job with that.
Steve, given how much harder your schedule is going to get down the stretch, do you want to see anything change or elevate, or you just want to see the guys keep doing what they're doing?
Yeah, I need us to we got one game, that's, we can't look any further, and when we play good defense, and share the game, and everyone's important, all 9 guys that check in, critical roles, stay healthy. But I told this, we got the number 1 schedule or number 3 in the country left, so we have the 10 hardest games. 350, 3 teams, so it's hard. It's hard to win one game. So we're really in that moment. We really are, and I know media doesn't want to hear that. And you guys, you do what you guys want to do, talking about other things. We're 4 sophomores in the starting lineup. We go one game at a time.
This one game, what do you have to do? It's away from the RAC. What do you have to do away from the RAC? Anything different?
Yeah, we have to play great basketball, even better than what we played at the RAC, because we haven't won a lot of road games, and no one in our league has, to be quite honest. There's really good teams in our league. So, this particular game, they shoot a lot of threes. They space the floor. They got an inside guy. Teskey's huge. So we got to take away that post action. We got to take away their ability to make threes. I mean, we got to do like 3 or 4 things well, and then we got to hope that we're doing things like that down the other end.
I don't think we've asked you, because you talked about being picked 12th a lot. Did that insult you and the team to be picked that low?
No.
Is this something that sticks in your craw still?
No, I mean, I just think that's, where we're picked. So that's what everyone thinks about us.
So you're a game out of first place halfway through the conference season. I assume you noticed that.
We're picked 12th. And I remember last year, I think, was it Penn State that was 0-10 to begin the season?
Yes.
And I know where they finished too. I think they won 8 out of the last 10 games to be a bubble team for the NCAA. So when you play in a league like this, you better think like you're, because it's every game, and especially for us, every game is a first. We had our first sweep when we beat Nebraska. Had never done a sweep. We won our first game against Purdue. Had never beaten Purdue in the Big Ten. So a lot of firsts that we got to continue to do. So I do remind them a lot about that, because now after the hard work, your rankings change and all that. But that's what we were predicted, and that's what they thought of us, and that's what they thought of our roster, and everyone knew our guys, and that's where we should have been picked.
The first winning record is creeping up on you guys too. Is that something you talk about in the locker room, or have you tried to keep that?
No, yeah, we don't. I mean, just trying to beat. I don't even know what that means.
Now, there have, as you said, there have been a lot of milestones this season, both on the court and in the RAC. But how much does that help build this program, looking ahead? Because historically, New Jersey's and New York have been a hotbed of talent, but, it doesn't always end up here. But, do you think a season like this could maybe change that?
Yeah, I mean, I always continue, like, with building this program on the right people. Like everyone else worries about geography. We got 2 really good New Jersey players, but we have a kid from California who's really good. I wouldn't trade him for anyone in the world. And Miles Johnson and Geo Baker's from New Hampshire. I wouldn't trade him. These are the right kids, I think, for me as a coach. And I hope more kids from all over want to come. Rutgers is a great school academically. We got a brand new facility here, which is state of the art, as nice as any. We have a crowd that comes to every game and sells it out. We have great student section. So I think there's a lot of excitement for kids to come and play here. And kids get better if they come here and they graduate. So I like to, I'm really excited about that.
Steve, what are you seeing from Oscar, an early going, first impressions, and what do you want to see from him?
Yeah, I love him. He's figuring it out. He just got here to school, and he's big. He's really athletic. He's off the charts athletically, which Coach Van Dyke informed me, which I love. He jumps, he shoots it, and he's been helping us in practice, just trying to figure out drills. And it's a hard time of the year to just plug somebody in, but he knows how to play, and he shoots it just like I thought. I love the fact that he's off the charts athletically too. I knew he was a good athlete, but I like, and he's going to get stronger and bigger. Hasn't spent a lot of time in the weight room, so that's what I'm most excited.
Why did you want him in here now?
It's great. I think every freshman should take a year and figure stuff out. So now next year when he's here, he's got it figured out a little bit. So it's great to have him here. He wanted to get better. He wanted to jump right in, and this summer he'll play on the national team, so he'll be traveling too a little bit. So it's nice to have him here, this semester. Very excited about Oscar. Yeah. It's awesome.